My mom, when she had me, she said she was baking bread, and then she was punching her bread, and then she started having pains. She finished fixing her bread for the night, and then she went and got the midwife. That was Taant Philomene. She was the main midwife in Camperville in them days. She tended to my mom, and after she had me, and the midwife cleaned her and the baby, and everything was set, she had a rest, a couple hours rest, and then she got up and she finished baking the bread. I should be a good bread baker. These pictures here, this is my mom. This picture was drawn by my son. My son is an artist, and he drew this picture of my mom. And this is my dad, Métis Elders. I remember one or two of my sisters being born. We were upstairs, and all of a sudden we'd hear a baby cry. Then we'd come running down, what is this, you know? And then my dad would say, well, the rabbit brought the baby last night. Well, that's what we thought, and so we didn't even think anything of it, that the midwife and these women were there, you know, and it was just a normal thing. And it was so nice to see that baby, your brother or sister, you know. It was so wonderful. Everybody was right there with the baby. Oh, you want to come out? Okay. We were very isolated in this community. We didn't need to go out for anything. Our needs were all around the community. We fished from the lake. We had a big blueberry patch in the back over there where we used to go spend our summers and pick blueberries, and we ate fish and ducks and all wild foods and berries, and the Métis women and men used to have big gardens. My dad used to have a big garden. They used to travel on the lake to go to Winnipegoses if they had to go, and they used to use the boat, or in the wintertime they'd go by caboose. There was no road.
You wouldn't believe what I used to do. That was in August 25th, I had my baby. I used to walk all the way out by where my daughter is right now. I used to go and pick berries over there. I used to take a little lunch, and I'd take 2 pails, and I'd carry them from over there. I'm pregnant, and I carried, that's 3.5 miles, 4 miles. Well, we had to do it. Yeah. We had to. There was absolutely no means of anything. There was no roads, no nothing here, okay? There was just wagon trails and whatever. And to try and get somebody out when they're starting labor, the midwives came. Philomene Chartrand, she was really good. And everybody, I don't know, everybody had so much respect for her. So much respect, they just loved her. You know, and because everybody, okay, that's the kokum that brought you into this world. She used to live close to our place. She had 2 little girls, you know, that come and call her any time of the night, you know, and then she's got no place to leave her little girls, and she'd ask me to go and stay in the house with them.
Like in the middle of the winter and at the middle of the night, they'd go and get her, and she'd come in the deep snow and come and look after the woman, and she delivered the baby, and then they, you know, of course they never got paid money, but they got paid maybe sugar, a pound of sugar, or maybe tea, and you know, stuff like that. When the road came in, 50s, 40s, I guess, more or less, then that's when the women would started going to the hospital to have their babies. And I'm not sure why, but it seemed to happen so naturally somehow. I think it was because they were starting to be told about it not being safe, and even they stopped nursing. They were using milk. to nurse to feed the babies, cow's milk instead of mother's milk. I think that it was encouraged to because of germs and stuff like that. I don't know where the germs would come from. That closeness after the baby was born, and the closeness of the family and all of that wasn't there anymore. And it was, by the time the baby came back and it came home, it was wrapped up, and you were scared to even go near it. You know, it was like it was sick or something because it come from the hospital, you know. And when my kids were small, they asked the people in the community to name the school and write why they named the school that. I wrote a little essay, and I told them that my Taant Philomene, I thought she's the one that delivered all these babies, you know, all the young children that were around in them days. She was the one that delivered all these babies. She should be acknowledged somehow for that. That's how come it's called Philomene Chartrand School.
She was a beautiful person. She was a very beautiful person. You know, like everybody's kokum here in the village.